All right, well, we'll see. We'll see if any of this works. Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush. We are having a road show tonight, which means, and I know that a lot of you signed up for this show because you loved internet flubs. You loved when, oh, let me put this back up here. There we go. Get the light right. I know a lot of you joined this show because you liked when you liked to watch people not understand how to do an internet show. And the travel shows give you that opportunity to watch a person fail miserably at road shows. So we have the tech set up at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. We don't have it here. Either way, we're gonna be making a great cocktail. This is an absinthe frappe. There are not a ton of cocktails. I know that we talk about it all the time. Hey, you know, what cocktail can you make from a hotel room? There aren't a ton that you can really like travel with and pick up everything you need to in a single destination. But this is certainly one of them. We're gonna be making from 1874. Oh, we picked up a bottle of Mephisto. Oh, I'll do it like one of the makeup ladies. There we go. The Mephisto absinthe, and we are going to be absolutely killing an absinthe frappe tonight here in the lovely city of Sarasota, Florida. So watch this intro, and we will come back here in a second.
Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink.
Okay. All right. So listen, I don't know what you guys know about me. I know you guys watch me a lot. My job is not Dr. Cush and his exotic drinks. That is not how I bring in money to my life. I travel the United States and I put on corporate team building events. So today, the corporation that needed me most was in a place called Sarasota, Florida, which is, and I found this out, I didn't know this about Sarasota, Florida. It is a town in Florida, and it's about 2 hours in the worst traffic you can get, and it's about an hour and 10 minutes away from the Tampa airport. So, listen, one of the reasons I don't drink coffee is because I could be a snob about it. One of the reasons that I don't get into a lot of things is because I have a snobbery. I have the ability to snob out on a lot of these things. And unfortunately, I caught the cocktail bug. And so when I come to a hotel room where I'm gonna have a drink by myself, I don't really like to just sit and have a gin and tonic, right? Why not at least try and expand my cocktail vocabulary? So we're having a classic. This is one of Samuel Longhorn Clemens, better known as Mark Twain. This is one of Oscar Wilde's favorite cocktails. It was invented at the Old Absinthe House in New Orleans. It's incredibly simple, and everything I got except for the absinthe. Let me just do it again like this. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Except for the absinthe, which I got at a Total Wine. I was able to get from the breakfast bar this morning. So let's get into it. Let's make this cocktail from everything that I have got from the hotel. Now, unfortunately, I've had to restart this program like 6 or 12 times. So I missed a lot of your comments at this point. So the first one I got is DC Debbie Clark, winner of the 2023 Cush Tucky Derby. This is the first thing I got. So if you said something important before DC Debbie Clark said twins, you gotta say it again if you want me to see it. Amy Beer is here. Good to see you, Amy Beer. As always, a pleasure, never a chore. There is Kyle Tender with a woohoo. I called Jen, and I'm sure Kyle was on the other line while I talk to her about this not working. She, of course, produces the show, so she has to know when everything is going horribly wrong. She gets, honestly, can we all just send Jen a big hug? She sometimes gets the brunt of my inability to handle technology. I seem calm and collected right now, but I had 3 other bottles of absinthe. And now I only have 2 bottles of, or now I only have 1 bottle of absinthe. So I've calmed down a bit. Tiki Bonbon is here. And I did get to see that Tiki Bonbon's mom is here, which really I feel like completes the name. The Tiki Bonbon mom is spectacular. Tiki Bonbon mom, if you are watching, just know, I'm sure that you're very proud of Bonbon for a lot of things that she's done. She's an accomplished person. She's got, she's got a great son that I've got to hang out with. She's got Craigie in her life. She has a great job. I want to say, just for me, Bonbon is the heart and soul of my show. So I don't know if you're going to like this show or not. And maybe after this, you write her out of the will. I don't know what you're going to feel about this show, but to me, Bonbon is very important. And I think it's important to tell moms that, because Bonbon's one of my favorite people. Cocktail Lulu understood that it was showtime. Good to see you, Cocktail Lulu. We got Dougie G in the place. We have an opportunity to stream this thing. Absolutely. I love the cocktail. The first indication I got that the show was working was Cocktail Lulu. So that's great. Roger G is here. Wants to see if we can carry the show on without him. I thought about it for a second, just not closing the show down and letting you guys go. I don't know. Has anybody else done that on YouTube? Maybe I could be the first. Probably not. There we go. Moose is here. Good to see you, Moose. We got Chuck right here. Good to see you, Chucky. Mr. Highway 666 is here. Isn't absinthe nicknamed the Devil's Piss? I've only been doing this 25 years. I've never heard it called the Devil's Piss, but maybe it could be. I'll tell you guys my absinthe story throughout this whole thing. Let's see, who else we got in the place? Motu Jen is here. Yeah, give Jen a big hug from me. Good. BGB the Bun apparently is here. Oh, there's BGB the Bun. Good to see you. Oh, yes, and that's why Kyle Tenner said woohoo. I didn't know why Kyle was just out there yelling woohoo. Okay, all right. That's what I got. I don't think it's working. I can see you and hear you, but I can't taste the drink, says Brad. One fun thing about road shows is now I can see what you guys look like. Usually I'm doing the show from back here. I know that there's a whole situation where, like, you guys, there's size differences and everything. But right now the computer is, I can literally touch the camera. I'm nowhere close. So I now get to see what Brad looks like. Hey, Brad. Handsome fella. No doubt about it. I mean, listen, I don't know what Brad's deal is, but handsome guy. Okay, let's get into it. So the absinthe is certainly a controversial spirit. No doubt about it. Controversial spirit. Absinthe has been around for quite some time. When did it come about? Don't ask me. What do I know about that? But absinthe is certainly a controversial spirit. In the late 1800s, going into the 1900s, the winemakers in France were terrified of absinthe. And so they came out with this rumor. A bunch of mean girl French winemakers, this is a bad thing. Basically, they told the world that absinthe would make you hallucinate. Wormwood in general will make you hallucinate. It's just not true. It's not a true thing, but people took that in. They were unable to use their critical minds and take in how much that was a lie. So absinthe from 1911 until 2007 in the United States was illegal. Couldn't have it. Couldn't have hallucinogenics going through, which is so crazy. When people outlaw movies, or they give them higher ratings, there's sex in this movie. Okay, as sex in the movie gets an NC-17, but horrible violence can get you a PG-13. That's crazy to me. A hallucinogenic is probably better for people than I don't know, probably drinking. Like this isn't good for us either. There's sometimes a bit of a morality a disconnect that I think we got there. And the French winemakers, to their credit, absolutely got this going. They were the ones that started to say that there is no way that we can have absinthe, drink wine instead. Wine, yes, it's harder to grow. Yes, it's more expensive. Yes, it's tough to do, but it's not going to make you go crazy. Well, if you guys are drinking along with me, and I doubt most of you will be tonight because it's just a straight shot of absinthe with some sugar. Um, if you're drinking along with me, fear not. There is no hallucinogenic property to absinthe. The only way that you'll hallucinate is if you drink too much of it. And that's with everything, right? So we're going to be making this cocktail from just a small little bottle and then everything else that I have around my hotel room. Right here, I have all my tools set up. I have my coffee maker right here. I got an orange from the breakfast bar. I got all my ice down here. And I have a few different cups to get this going. So let's crack open a cup and start with our making. Oh, sugar. Did I say sugar? We got sugar. This is a Domino. Let's do it like the pros do. This is Domino sugar. We're going to be making a very, very simple syrup. It's just a regular simple syrup, but we're going to be doing it with some sugar. So we're going to cut this open and we are going to pour in our sugar. And we're going to take a stock of how much sugar we're actually putting in here. So probably should have done these one at a time because I only will have the amount of hands that I have. There we go. One of them didn't get cut open all the way. That's the problem. All right, so we're going to pour the sugar in here. Oh, we got this much. How much is that? Perfect amount. We don't need a ton of sugar for this cocktail. What we are missing from this cocktail is mint, but the FAA says I am not allowed to have mint. Not you guys can bring mint. I can't bring mint. Over here in the coffee maker, I made some hot water. So we're just going to pour about the same amount of hot water so that we can get a nice simple syrup. We're going to spin this. Oh, is it 2 teaspoons? Thank you. Oh, thank you, Bonham. 2 teaspoons of some sugar. We're just going to spin this until it goes nice and clear. We don't need much for this simple syrup. We just need about half an ounce. I'm sorry, for this absinthe frap, we only need about half an ounce of some simple syrup. And that is as easy as it gets. We're just going to do this. Oh, we're going to do it back here so that's focused on my face. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, please focus on the baby blues, please. There we go. We have a fairly clear substance there. That's what we're looking for. Doing this over my computer, which is terrifying because it almost always doesn't work anyway. There we go. That is a clear amount of simple syrup. So we're good there. Now, a frap. What do you do with a frap? A frap has a very specific type of ice. We could almost call a mint julep a frap, right? It's got that frappade ice. I don't know what the word frappe means. Somebody in the chat, get on it. We don't have frappade ice because we don't have any way to crush it. But what we do have is an awful lot of ice here. Right there. Excellent. Now, we're going to use this. We're going to close this up. We're going to try something. We're going to use this as a giant shaker. Get that going. And we're going to frap our ice as much as we can using the heat of the ice and the motion to crack this ice going. So we're going to really annoy the neighbor there and definitely the neighbor here. Ready? Here we go. switch hands. Oh, frappe means iced. It's good to know. So can I just say it's so weird. I have lit myself behind my bar so that you guys can't tell how very gray my beard and hair is. But when I do here, I'm starting to see that, oh my goodness, I might be aging. I might be aging. But look at my eyes. Oh my goodness. My eyes don't pop like this. You know, is that a good look? I don't know how to do it like that. I get them hazels. Here we go. Oh, good. It's leaking. That's good. Is that a good sign? That's a good sign. Oh, yeah, that's crushed. The bag has become completely unusable. All right. We have some crushed ice in here. Excellent. Yeah, thank you, Kyle. The leaking is a great sign, Kyle says. All right, let's move this here. Let's pick the glass we're going to put it in. I have another one of these little water glasses. I'll pick that up later. And so I have an empty glass here. Yeah. We'll use this as our little ice scoop. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, that's crushed enough. Crushed enough for government work. All right. Men go gray and they go distinguished. I suppose. I don't know if this is. I don't know if you can say, "Oh, look at that guy, so distinguished." He was just shaking a hotel ice bucket. I think distinguished. I listen. Yes, you can look distinguished, and then you can do undistinguished things, and thus it's a wash. I'm a wash, baby. I'm a wash. There we go. Chuck is extremely distinguished. Chuck, as long as you don't do silly things, go with it. When I do this, I do silly things. All right, let's build, shall we? Um, okay, we're going to start off with our simple syrup. We're just going to pour in what we think is a half of an ounce. That feels good. We'll just put the whole thing in there. What are we doing? We'll put the whole thing in there, about a half an ounce of simple syrup. Would have just kept it in the other cup. Didn't need to ruin 2 cups. What are we gonna do? Oh, yeah, you gonna call the FAA on that too? We got to get the FAA out of my life. Okay, now because we are not going to be using any mint, we're not going to be using any other flavoring. We had to find something else to put in here. Otherwise, it's really just absinthe and sugar, which is not the worst thing in the world. It's an iced. We just found out moments ago that frappe means ice. Frappe means ice. In what language? Can you tell me what the language that is? Seems like an odd. Je voudrais le Coca-Cola avec frappe. Doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right. Okay. Next, we're going to be putting in our bling, our absinthe. This is the Mephisto. I think for this bottle it was $4.50, something like that. Oh, it is French. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of people saying it's French. It doesn't sound French. Je voudrais le poulet avec la frappe. I want the chicken with ice. Again, when I get to the pearly gates, I want St. Peter. The only thing I want from him. How many sentences did I say that were original sentences? Je voudrais le poulet avec le frappe has got to be one of them. Nobody orders their chicken with ice. Here we go. This right here. We're going to take our orange. All we know, frappe. Je voudrais le poulet avec la frappe. I'm going to check with Guillaume on that, my French friend. Okay, we have an orange. The orange came from, I started peeling it moments ago. We're going to just take this. We just need something that's going to give us a bit of a zhuzh, a bit of a je ne sais quoi, a bit of a frappe. as some would say. You can muddle this with mint. That would be the original way to do it. But you can also do this with lemon. You can do it with lime. You can do it with grapefruit. You can do this with anything that's going to give you a little bit of that extra sort of garden flavor. Something you find in your garden, you want that. So mint and all those other things. We're going to take this and we're just going to squeeze the outside peels so that we get all, we want that cinnamon, or we want that simple syrup to smell of orange. Just drop some in, I guess, if you want. We're going to go ahead and give that a go, and we're going to throw that in here. Now, because this is a very French New Orleans situation, we want to make it look nice, right? The French are always looking so nice. So we're going to put this right up against we're going to hold this right up against the side of our glass, and then we're going to fill this with our ice. Not the frappiest. Not the frappiest of frappe. Not the frappeest of frappe. But now we have a little orange sticking on the side. We have, if we smell this, we're smelling an awful lot of orange going in here. Now we're going to throw in our absinthe. A few things to look for absinthe. You guys are in the market for absinthe. Good for you. You know, good luck at your CEO job. Absinthe is expensive. We're looking for something above 65%, right? So we're looking for something in the 130 proof area. We're looking for something that has some ness to it. That is what's going to give us all of that absinthe ness. There are, of course, other liqueurs that have that. There is pastis. There is herb sant, which is just an anagram for absinthe. There are a lot of other, anisette. There's a lot of other things. But in order to make an absinthe frappe, you're going to want to find absinthe. So something above 65%, something that doesn't have any extra colors to it. So it should be a fairly, let's put my hand, well, okay. It should be just a, if it's glowing green, be careful. There isn't a lot that just glows green like that in the world. That isn't some sort of toxic sludge. That isn't the thing that turned the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into what they were up to. There isn't a lot going on there that's glowing green. So find something. The Mephisto is, as far as absinthe goes, it's fine. It's good. It's good. Now we're just going to go ahead and put in 2 full ounces of this. We're going to pour that right onto our frappe. There we go. And then I forgot to bring a stirrer. Oh, I have one. Let me find one that hasn't been used. Fork. We're okay with that. Now, I know I give Tammy a lot of garbage for stirring this side down. We are going to, so I guess we have to do it this way. We're going to give this a little stir. Now, absinthe, real absinthe, should begin to turn cloudy as you add it to any water. Now, why is the absinthe frappe so important? Why is the ice so important? Because this ice is going to start to melt, and that melted ice is going to turn to water. And as we stir, we see that it's no longer green. It becomes very white. That is the color we're looking for. We want the absinthe frappe to really go. I got to stop throwing ice at my computer. This thing, I really, it's becoming an issue. We're going to stir this. What an, if I don't win an award for this show, I'm out. This is quite a thing that we're doing. We're going to stir this until it becomes nice and white and a little uncomfortable to hold. There we go. We've melted enough ice. I have artificial light going on in here. But if you're making this at your place, you will see that it's kind of an unnatural color. It's a whitish green, like a ghost. It's very ghostly. It's very ghastly. This turns out to be. Um, we kept our orange standing straight up in there. Yes, fork is classic. Listen, I'm doing everything from stuff that I got from the breakfast bar this morning. And they didn't have spoons. This is not one of those fancy hotels that offers oatmeal. they had they had they had a sausage and egg, and they had a little bit of tortilla. Pretty darn good. Last little step, very important step. We want to throw a little bit more ice in here. We want this drink to stay cold. And we also, since we put so much frappe in here, we don't want all that ice melting. So what do we know about ice? What have we learned over the many years, almost 6 that we've been doing this show? We learned that more ice when we shake means less melting. Thus, it would go to show that if we put more ice into the frappe, we will get less melting. So having a little extra frappe on top of our frappe is the way to go. That's how we do it. We have it nice and ghastly here, looking good. Let me give you the guy's name. I forgot his name, and then it's like, oh, maybe I should remember his name. And this is why I don't remember his name. His name is Cayetano Ferrer. Cayetano Ferrer. At the old Absinthe House in New Orleans, created this cocktail, became one of Mark Twain and our good friend Oscar Wilde. Famous last words where either these curtains go or I do. I love last words, some of my favorite things. Became some of their favorite drinks. It's absinthe, sugar, and a little bit of garden in there, however you can throw the garden in there. Today we're throwing the garden in there with a little bit of orange, but mint, which I'm seeing now that I am the only person on earth that is unable to grow mint. Apparently, poor Bonbon's mom is overrun with mint. I'm gonna have to sell her house at some point. The car is just being taken over by mint. Listen, it's a whole situation. If you ever want to send me mint, I will accept. Thank you. You can find my my PO box down there. Just know, whatever mint you sell me, or whatever mint you send me, I will kill. Roger G suggests the tortilla swizzle. I had an amazing bread drink when I was in New York last time. It was very, very good. What was the purpose of the coffee maker? The purpose of the coffee maker was to warm up the water earlier in order to make the sugar. Did I not explain that? Now I did. Okay. Cheers to you guys, and let's drink. It's a lot to drink in a hotel room by yourself with, all the questions that hotel rooms tend to bring. Am I drinking too much? Well, you did just make an absinthe frappe. A. Is that where Canadians get it? They're like, frappe. A. You did just make an absinthe frappe in your hotel room, and now you're going to drink this by yourself. Some of the questions we have to answer for ourselves. How do we do? Oh, good. I think we're basically right on time. That is a lot. That is a lot. Oh, it is a lot. The mint is a lot. Yeah, yeah. I figure since we have a little, yeah, exactly. A frap. A. Oh, that's Mr. Highway. Oh, it's a bunch of dudes in my stuff. Okay, listen, here's the deal. While I have this drink in front of me, and technically while I'm talking to you guys, I'm not drinking alone in a hotel room. I do want to tell you something that happened today. You guys want to hear a story? I've been running these corporate events now for 6 years. They fly me across the United States. I go into different places, and basically bring this personality that I was given at birth. And I run the thing. I get everybody together. I teach them lessons about teamwork and all that stuff. Today, my intro that I say, I always say, my name is Scott Cushman. Everybody just calls me Cush. Say, hi, Cush. That's how I start everything. Because it just gets them, it's instead of doing like quiet coyote, all right, good, put your hand, if you can hear me, put your hands up. I said, get everybody to say, hi, Cush. Okay. Right after that, this guy walks up to me and he goes, Scott? And I said, yes. And he said, it's me. And now this isn't going to mean a lot to you guys right now. He goes, it's me, Del Rocky. Now, out of nowhere, I am I am I am shoved back into high school. I went to a high school, and this other guy, he also went to a high school, different high schools, but we were rival high schools. And this is crazy. He was the me of the other high school. We were like, we were cis het men that were in the theater department. We like to sing and dance, we like to act, we like to put on costumes. And we had dark hair and we had light eyes and we looked alike. My name was Cush, his name was Del, and we were rivals, I guess. So anyway, this event that I did today was for a finance company, and he went to college for theater. I went to college for theater. We both went to college for theater, and he goes, it's me, Del Rocky, and my whole life flashed before my eyes, and I said, oh my God, this is the best example of what would have happened to me if I did not follow this little weird dream of mine. If I didn't move to Los Angeles, write on some TV shows, do some stand-up, do some improv, if I hadn't done that, I would have been doing the games today. And he seemed so happy. He was so happy. He was like, hey, I got my wife and my kids, and I just bought a house in my old neighborhood. I bought a house in the old neighborhood, and it was like, how often do you ever get that like look into this? Was very much George Bailey. Like, if I hadn't have done what I did, I would be him. And he's happy. I'm happy. Yes, he's Bizarro World Cush. He's Bizarro World Cush. So anyway, we sat and chatted for a long time. I had such a fun time catching up with him in high school. Yes. Did we clash? Yes. I went to go see his plays. He went to come see my plays. He went to that high school right down the road from me. We competed against each other in speech and debate. We were always up for like first and second in state. It was always me or him or me. I think I ended up twice, but no big deal. But anyway, it was so crazy. So I think what I'm saying as I'm drinking my frappe is that honestly, isn't happiness just sort of a state of mind? Like, uh, I'm very happy doing what I'm doing. Do I have days where I'm like, oh, I wish I would have gone into finance? Yes. But he also seems happy. So I don't know. This drink right now is going out to my old rival and my new friend, Del Rocky. So to you, Del Rocky, man, it was really good seeing you today. I'm sure he's not watching, but he does say that he sees my socials every once in a while. So if I can leave you with anything from this, as soon as the green light goes out, is very depressing, very depressing Sarasota hotel room. If I can leave you guys with anything, walk away from this knowing that somewhere out there your Bizarro character exists, and you just have to hope that they are also happy, because if they truly are the Bizarro you, then they would have just chosen to be the happy version. If you meet somebody out there that's super sad, you know what's great? They were never the Bizarro version of you. They were never the version that you were going to be. So, yes, happiness is a choice. You're choosing it every day. That's exactly right. So, more Cush philosophy from a hotel room in a city that nobody's ever seen. I doubt. Anybody ever been to Sarasota, Florida? My first time. Hopefully last time. And not a single tiki bar. Oh, 2 tiki bars. Oh, never mind. There are 2 tiki bars here. I got my absinthe frappe. Okay, well, it seemed like the stream, other than those little bumps at the beginning, did seem to work. So that's what we got. I decided to do a road show. I'll be back tomorrow morning to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drink, so we won't miss our Thursday show. And we probably could have done one on Wednesday instead, but here we go. Yeah, cheers to Del Rocky. Yeah, honestly, that made me really happy to see that he was really happy, and that in the end, it really has nothing to do with the choices that I've made. It has nothing to do with the opportunities I've missed out on, or the other lives that I could have led. We choose to be happy, and that is what makes us happy. We set the table. Whatever emotion comes through, we set the table for it, and happiness is often one of the hardest ones to set the table for. So make a place for happy at your table tonight, guys, as you drink your absinthe frappe that I know none of you made, and that is just fine. Oh, Ballyhine for Bonbon. You know, in my life, Bonbon, I have been called multiple times a bad influence. I have been told by multiple of my buddies' wives and girlfriends that they are not allowed to hang out with me because I'm a bad influence. You, Bonbon, are a bad influence. The best tag you can get. We should get little stickers that say bad influence. Thank you guys so much for joining me for Dr. Cush's Exotic Roadshow. We'll be back in studio, back at the place Thursday for a normal show. We'll probably do a tiki show. Yes, but the influence, you are a bad influence. Bon, I'm sorry. And honestly, wear it as a badge of honor. As long as you're good to you, if you inspire other people to do weird stuff, that's on you. Or that's not on you. That's on them. If you inspire good times and you think that's a bad influence, you're wrong. You're wrong. They're wrong. Everybody else is wrong. You're right. Absinthe is getting to me. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for showing up to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush. I have no way to play a soundboard tonight, so just watch this for a second. Oh, you know what I don't have any opportunity to do? Is thank all of my patrons. So thank them. I'm thanking them now. Thank you to all the patrons, and we will run this thing for a minute. Say goodbye to everybody, and until next time, I'm Dr. Cush, and I will see you. Let me get it so I don't have rabbit teeth. I will see you guys back at the bar. Cheers, and wish me luck on a frappe in a green room. It could get real weird here any minute. I will let Kyle know that I have got to bed in a decent state. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much. Till next time. Bye-bye.